Hey Warlords, and I here back with another WWE Supercard video. Now a blog released yesterday on a new game mode for Season 11's launch that will be next week on the 13th of November. Now, I will get right into that in a brief moment. Almost got the Roman Reigns card. I didn't get much of a chance to play last night since my phone was on the verge of dying, but we are doing well. One team member hasn't been playing though, but still got time to play. So let's get straight into the news. Season 11 is here. Boom! Game mode. In the last year, WWE Supercard entered its 10th season and celebrated its 10th birthday. Through the last decade, we've created thousands of Superstar cards, dozens of game modes and events, and hundreds of special and limited edition cards. And we've never messed up at all. Never messed up anything at all, my bad. Not even once. In Season 10, we celebrated 10 years by building a shiny and enhanced Supercard experience. A whole new Supercard. We fundamentally changed how progression works with the new level system. We reset the stats back to readable quantities. We introduced new ways to get the cards you want with draft board changes and forging, and tons of other stuff. We've come a long way, and we couldn't have gone here without each of you. So thanks for riding with us. So now, with year 11 looming large in our headlights, what comes next? What do you do when you've already turned the dial to 10? You crank it up to 11. That's what. The next era of Supercard. There'll be much to talk about as we approach the launch date of Season 11. November 13th, by the way, which is next Wednesday. And we'll be breaking everything down in a series of blog posts, including this one. If you want to keep track of them all, as well as comment and discuss them with the WWE Supercard community, join our Discord and head to the Season 11 channel. Now, if you Warlords aren't in the 2K Games Discord, go and join it. That's where the WWE Supercard Discord is as well. Anyways, Season 11 won't feature the grand overhauls and sharp turns that characterize Season 10's launch. Instead, we're looking to expand on the experience we've cultivated alongside you for the last year. We're still headed in the same direction, but we've made some key changes that we think will result in a cooler, smoother ride. That's not to say that there's not going to be some new stuff along the way. We've just got some great new stuff like Boom! Boom is the crown jewel in the tiara that is Season 11. As an always-on bout-based game mode, we expect Boom to be a prominent and exciting addition to your regular Supercard experience. In making Boom, we felt it was important to add something to WWE Supercard that wasn't there. And we can see a picture of what Boom will be looking like when Season 11 drops. On Wednesday next week. With Cody Rhodes and Braun Breaker there. Some bouts and a deck and then some packs as well. So it seems like Boom will be giving rewards through packs. By the way, back to reading. Yeah, something that wasn't there previously. It was important to provide something that generally felt fresh and interesting. With that mindset, we set out to establish Boom as the WWE Supercard's most strategic and tactical game mode to date without sacrificing any of the thrill and fanfare that comes with clobbering an opponent in the ring. Here's how it works. The basics. A bout of Boom begins with a 3x5 grid of empty spaces. You and your opponent have each 15 cards in your deck with 4 of those cards in hand. Your objective is to fill the board with as many of your cards as possible and win each column on the board by increasing your total point total, I mean, in each respective column. To do that, you'll need to play your cards in the right places to conquer spaces, earn points, and remove your opponent's cards from play. The player who has the highest point total when either the board is full or both players are out of cards wins. You know what? This sounds a lot like Knucklebones from Cult of the Lamb. But just there's more spots. And I don't think you have a limit on how many dice to have, but with Supercard there is a limit. So that'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Your cards. These cards won't be facing off in the traditional one-on-one stat-based string battle as they have in the past. Instead, each one of your cards has a PV, an AoE, and an ability that they will use to conquer spots on the board. Support your cards and force your opponent into submission. Your card's PV represents how many points each card will add to the column it's played in when it enters the board. For example, if your LA Knight card has a PV of 26 and you play in the right column, you'll add 26 points to your total in that column. Each card's PV derives from their overall stats. The better the card, the higher the PV. AoE and abilities go hand in hand in addition to their PV. Each card in your deck has an ability that will affect the cards around it when they are placed on the board. Some cards' abilities will boost your other card's point PV, while others focus on reducing the PVs of your opponent's cards, and others still will either increase or decrease the PVs of all cards in their AoE. Each card's ability is determined by the Superstar card. You can change the given ability to each card. Some cards have. Alright, my bad. You can't change the ability given to each card. Some cards have some extra oomph added to their abilities. However, you can see which ones are more powerful in the abilities tab of the Boom mode. AoE represents one of the most strategic elements of Boom. AoE determines which spaces around your cards are affected by each card's ability, but they are not permanently tied to each card like their ability. Instead, AoE is determined by which slot in your deck each card occupies. This means that you can pick and choose which cards get which AoEs based on their PVs and abilities, when customizing your deck. Assigning the right deck slots and AoEs by extension to your best cards will be crucial to ensuring a dominant victory. So yeah, it seems like there will be a lot of strategy put into this with AoE, then PVs and abilities. So definitely need to concentrate while playing this mode. The game and how you play it. The 3 columns in the Boom grid represents the areas that you need to control to gain points. If you have more points than your opponent in a given column, you win that column, and all the points gained from your card's PVs go towards your overall point total. You want to control as many columns as possible to end the game with more points. Overall point total. You want to control as many columns as possible to end the game with more points than your opponent. And we get an example here of how the game will look like when we're playing a bout of Boom. It will be easier to understand when we get into the game, but the pictures do provide quite a bit of info on the AoE. When you place a card on the board, its AoE will determine what happens next. On top of your card's abilities, however, their AoEs can also give you control of spaces on the board. Ow, I just bit my lip. To be brief, you cannot place a card on a space unless you control it. There are a few ways to gain control of a space. Let's say you've got a card that has an AoE of the 3 spaces above it. Its ability causes it to do damage to the enemy cards. If you use that ability to knock out one or more of your opponent's cards, you'll gain control of those spaces. If those spaces are controlled by neither player, or if they're unoccupied but controlled by your opponent, you'll gain control of that space, allowing you to play a card there next turn. Boom is a constant King of the Hill style land grab in which you've got to coordinate your attacks with the spaces you own. Keep that in mind. If it seems complicated, don't worry. You'll acclimate quickly. We've built Boom to be easy to jump into for a quick game, but challenging enough to keep you scheming and strategizing for your next win. What do I get? The Boom rewards work a bit differently than other modes. Firstly, you'll earn rewards based on your win streak. As you keep winning, you'll gain access to increasingly valuable packs as your win streak increases. If you're consistently winning multiple games in a row, you'll be racking in more valuable cards than if you're losing consistently. Boom rewards also rotate daily, meaning each of the 5 streak packs will change day from day. Some days will hold more valuable rewards than others. Some days will provide rewards unique to your player level, and some days will have rare cards available to all, regardless of your level. It's up to you to check back regularly to see what you're after. The rest. Boom is the flagship feature of Season 11's launch, and while it's far from the only trick up our sleeve, card joke, we're thrilled to see what you think of it and how it fits into your daily soup card schedule. We've also added 4 additional player levels to Season 10 for you to work through in the meantime, starting today. Complete all of those and you'll be a full rarity ahead of where you would have been. More to come soon as we get closer to November 13th, including card reveals, polls, and more blogs. Stay tuned. WWE Supercard. So Warlords, make sure that you keep an eye on the 2K Games /Supercard Discord server. And if you Warlords like the video, leave a like, comment down below, subscribe for more, tap that notification bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a brand new video. I will see... Wait. Go check out all the links in the description below. I will see all you Warlords in the next video. Warlords out.